Hey everybody. Today's Thursday, it's September the 6th, I believe. And it's really gross and miserable and hot out. It's about 95 degrees. The humidity's through the roof. It's just disgusting out. So it's not the kind of day you would think anyone would want to go fishing, but I've got a place not far from here. It's kind of special. It's about a 15-minute drive. We're not going to video the whole drive there by any means. I'm just sort of introducing you to where we're going. And where we're going is going to be the Gunpowder River below Prettyboy Dam. You know, I fish on Prettyboy Reservoir all the time. You've probably seen me up in Hemlock Gorge. Hemlock Gorge is the Gunpowder River before it flows into the dammed up valley that creates Prettyboy Reservoir. But the water on the downstream side of the dam at Prettyboy Reservoir is a little different. It's a managed trout stream area, and I don't know all the details. I believe it's 11 cubic yards per minute or 11 cubic meters per minute or per second possibly. Again, not sure of the details, but a minimum guaranteed amount of water has to flow from the bottom of the reservoir, from the deep end of the reservoir. So the water coming out of there is 55 degrees year round. And so the river, for a good stretch, a mile or two below the reservoir, is cold water, and it's really cold water year round. So we actually have a thriving population of trout right there. The water's so cold that on hot days like today, you will often see like a weird fog hanging over the water between the cold air at the water surface and the warm, moist air. So we might be in for some pretty interesting visuals today. The trout fishing's hit or miss. So, you know, trout are tricky fish to catch, and I'm not by any means a trout fisherman. I go after bass almost all the time. Today, however, we're going to go hit this little spot, and since we're hitting this spot, there's no point in even bothering to try for bass in this spot. This is a trout stream. So hopefully we're going to have a little bit of luck at catching some trout today. Not planning on walking in the water too much. I do have my shoes and socks on, you know, my waterproof stuff, so we can go in the water a little bit. But we're probably not going to be doing that. Just being in the area is going to be okay. We can get to the water's edge plenty of places. I'm more or less going out there just to be out there as much as I am to fish. Again, not really a trout fisherman, so I'm not really sure what I'm doing here. Just going out with a few different lures that I hope might work, etc. So at any rate, you sit tight. Let me keep on driving. Again, I got about another 10 minutes down the road to go, and I'll see you when we get to the location we're going to. Alright everybody, I parked at the top of the hill, we walked back down, and now we're just going to make our way upstream a little bit. We'll probably fish our way upstream, and then we'll turn around and we'll fish our way back downstream. But I don't know where I want to start. There's no sense in coming right off of the bridge and going right down to the water. That's what everybody does. So we should walk upstream a little ways before we get started. So let's go down here and check it out. Okay, I think this will work nicely. We can just throw it out, let it drift down in the current here. Yep, this will definitely work nicely. Alright, this is where we're going to get started, so let's see what happens. Well, you can feel the temperature difference just down here by the water. It's so nice and cool. It's going to feel good walking out in this. Boy, it gets deep quickly when you step into those little holes. That was unexpected. I think it's about time to move on. Let's get on out of here. I'm not getting anything, and we're standing right here on top of the bridge. We've got a mile or more before we get up to the dam, so let's go see what else we can do. Well, it's so much warmer up here. It's like warm and muggy up here. Feels like I'm walking through the jungle. Alright, now we should probably go up and over this, because I've been down that way before and it's just kind of the water right there, so we sort of have to go up and over here. I do love my Velocity shoes. All right. All right. Now before I get out on that rock and start scaring all the fish, I'm going to hit these spots right in here first. Right after I catch my breath. All right, everybody, as I said, I'm not a very good trout fisherman. And I've tried a few different lures and a few different spots right here. This is my first real attempt to get out here and see if I could do anything. So I'm going to call this spot done. I've switched over. I'm now using a little fake Helgramite lure. Again, don't really know how well this is going to work, but it seems like something that would work well in a river. So we just came down from up there. We're going to make our way on up that way. So there's countless more pools and eddies. I've already fished all these spots up through here, so we're going to hit the trail and make our way back on up. Alright, the water's moving a little fast through here to be fishing in. So we're going to keep on making our way up around the bend. And there'll be plenty of pools and eddies. Actually might try fishing right down here. I can see a spot up there. So we're going to keep on going upstream for a little ways. It's tempting, but I think I'm going to pass. Yeah, this might not be too bad. I'd love to get up there. I don't know if we're going to be able to get down to the water's edge up there, though. We're definitely going to try through here. This looks promising. I don't know if I like this little Pilgrimite lure. I think I might just switch over to a spinner. I really don't like using spinners when I'm fishing upstream, though. This just feels like it's got a little too much weight to it. It's got no action at all. It's just like a hard piece of plastic. It doesn't move through the water like a live animal at all. It just kind of moves on the current like a hard piece of plastic. Alright, that looks like a nice little pool to try to hit over there, so let's go up here. Something took a shot at it. It almost seems like I've got one shot. I get a strike, and if I don't hit it, that's it. I don't get any more after that. Each spot, it seems like I only get 1 or 2 strikes, and then that's it. So I'm about to move on again. This is a little fast moving to be fishing too. If I can see it swirling around in there, if I can see it, the other fish can too, or fish can. I thought I had one, but I'm just stuck on a rock. Well, there goes my little awesome lure. Over here because I don't want to fall the other direction. What the hell am I caught on? I think we should probably switch over back to a spinner. This grub, I don't think is gonna cut it. Besides, we're gonna be heading back downstream here pretty soon, so. This water's moving just a little too fast for me. I need to find a spot that's got some backwater and some eddies in it. I've lost all my lures that I've been using, so I'm down to a spinnerbait. And while spinnerbait's not a bad lure to use for trout fishing, trying to fish in a river this fast moving with the water flowing towards you, it's a little difficult with a spinnerbait. So we're gonna go a little further up here, maybe see if we can't find a couple of more deep pools, a little bit of slower moving water, and then after that we're going to turn around and start heading on back. You know what, I think we're just going to turn around and head on back right here. I can see all the way up around the bend, and it basically just looks like this all the way. So if we go all the way back down to where we started at the trestle bridge, and then we go downstream from there, I know there's some nice slow moving deep pools. So let me go ahead and get my hook secure, and then I'm just going to beat feet and we're going to head on out of here. And then I'll see you guys along the way, or possibly down by the trestle bridge, but I'm not done yet. We'll see if we can't do something else before we get out of here today. I'm not sure whether we go this way or go this way. Probably go this way. All right, everybody, you can pause and read that if you want. But we're now downstream of the trestle bridge, and we're going to try to hit a few spots here. The trail's a lot easier down here. It's a lot less up and down and climbing over those rocks and everything. So we'll see how it works out down here. Ooh, I just got something came up and took a shot at it. That was a nice one too. So I'm going to call that promising. But my experience today almost seems to be that I get one strike at each location I've stopped at. I get one, maybe two. I might get a second strike, but if I don't land it, which so far I haven't, that's it. I don't get another shot. I don't get another strike. So maybe it's time to move on already. I had my strike, I missed it. Now it's time to start thinking about the next spot down. There's some fallen logs, but that's about it. And none of this is giving me really good access to the water. I've come down this way before. It's been a while, but I know if we walk far enough down this path, which we're not going to tonight because we're running out of time. We've been out here all afternoon. It's now getting late in the evening. The sun's starting to go down. But if we go far enough down here, I know the stream gets to be, well, the river turns into a stream more or less. It's shallow, it's wide. I can walk across the whole thing without getting my knees wet. It changes very much from the rushing, roaring, gurgling river that is upstream and just gets wider and flatter and, you know, more calm, sedate river-like as we go further downstream. Now, I don't know if I want to try to get down here or not. I could probably walk out and get onto this stuff out here, but I don't think I want to. I don't want to take a chance on falling down on any of that stuff out there. I'll just throw a line out here real quick. I don't think it's going to amount to anything, but you never know. So I'm not seeing anything here. This isn't a good spot to try to fish, so let's get back up onto the path. Well, this will probably be a good spot if we can get out to the water here where this little stream flows into it. It looks like we can. Generally, when you've got a fresh inflow of water coming from the side, you'll usually find some good fishing in that area. And you can tell I'm not the only one that thinks so. Everybody comes out here. Alright, I can hear a stream flowing in right over on the other side, directly across from us, right there. So there might be good fishing right there. See, down into here is where it starts getting shallower, but I can't really see any further down. There's so much fog on the water surface, I couldn't begin to tell you what's really going on down there. And I can see my lure, and I don't know if you can see the bottom right here, but it's just bare bottom. There's a log out there, there's a big rock, but the big rocks are few and far between. This just isn't really conducive for good fishing. Thought I had a fish swimming downstream to check it out until I realized it was moving the exact same speed as the current, and then it was just a leaf. Alright, there's no point in staying here either. Do I want to? No, I definitely don't want to try to walk down that way. Get back out to the trail. Alright everybody, it's the end of the line. I've come about as far downstream as I'm willing to go, and I'm still not really finding any spots that I can fish very well. This hole out here is the last spot I'm going to try, and then we're going to start making our way back to the truck. So I had a nice couple of lures that I started my day off with that were sort of geared towards this kind of fishing, and one by one I lost them on rocks and stuff in the bottom, and now I've been reduced to using a spinnerbait, which works well enough under the right circumstances, but I'm just not in the right water and I don't have the right equipment to really be working this spinnerbait properly here, so we're going to call it good. Didn't catch any fish today, but you know, didn't really expect to. I seldom catch fish when I come down here. It's just a really neat place to come. Absolutely beautiful. I wish it was a little nicer today. I'm all sweaty and gross and disgusting, but you know, that's how it goes. That's the price you pay for coming down on a day like today. And it's because of being a sweaty, gross, disgusting day that we've got all of this fog sitting on the water, which just to me looks so cool. That makes the whole fishing experience down here all the better. So I'm gonna start making my way back up. I might try fishing a couple of little spots along the way. But in the meantime, I'm just going to say thanks for joining me. I hope you had fun. I know I did, even though I didn't catch anything. I'll try one last cast up through here, and then I'm going to say goodbye. You never know, that last cast might be the one that catches it. Nope. Alright everybody, thanks for watching. I'm going to fish my way on out of here. I'll see you on the next one.